Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out with top talent Xander Zayas. Xander, good to see you. Although you're missing some hair, where is it gone?
Yeah, man, missing some hair. I feel like, it's time to get serious. When you have somebody with a lot of hair and they just cut it out of nowhere, if they mean business. So, I'm getting ready for my next fight, September 27, and I mean business.
Let's rewind slightly. The Teixeira fight. After the Teixeira fight, look, you said before you go 12, you got to go 10, and you graduated. You felt that you graduated after that fight. Do you
Yeah.
feel ready for that top level now?
Oh, for sure. To be honest, I felt ready even before. But like I said again, before you go 12, you gotta go 10. I did 10 rounds against a former world champion. That, being honest, if we watch the fight again, he didn't want to be in there after the first couple of rounds. Then he went into survivor mode. So yeah, I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I showed the world and the whole division that I can adjust, that I can um, fight my tempo at any given time, and that I can be there for 10 or 12 rounds.
When you're in a fight against someone like Teixeira, who's been there, of course you'll naturally have the confidence to say, "Look, I've proved this in the gym. I'm there and I belong at this level." But at what point in the fight do you realize, look, I'm here, I can contend, I can win this fight quite well, and I'm beyond at this level and further?
Man, before the bell sound, I knew I could win the fight. Before the bell sound, before even being in the venue, I knew I had the fight won, because I did the work. I commit myself for 10, 12 weeks during camp to give maximum effort every time in. Every time I go into the gym, there's no, oh, I feel tired, I'm gonna give him 70% today. No, I give 100% every single time. So I feel like the fight is won even before I step into the ring. But if you want me to be honest, I just need the first couple of rounds. I need the first couple of rounds because we both fresh at that time. At that time, we're both fresh. We both have adrenaline and a lot of energy going. So if I can dominate the first couple of rounds, now it's a wrap. Now I'm gonna take you into my fight, into the deep waters, and just drown you.
When was the last time you felt nervous before a fight?
I always do. You always feel nervous, but it's good. It's good nervousness. It's good. It's a good feeling. It's kind of like when you meet a girl for the first time and you're talking to them. You feel that butterflies, those good butterflies, because you're talking to them every day. You're in a good morning, good night text. So I feel the same way. I'm going into ring. It's like I'm meeting a new girlfriend, meaning the new opponent. I gotta go out there and be dialed in and be focused to win. So you always feel nervous, but I feel like that's a good thing for me.
What's your breakdown then on Damian Sosa?
Man, Damian Sosa is a fighter that is coming with a lot of momentum. He's coming off a victory of another Puerto Rican fighter, another strong Puerto Rican fighter. He's a fighter that believes that he could win, that he's coming to fight. He's getting the opportunity that he's, I feel he's been waiting for, and he's finally here. So, it's a fighter that puts a lot of pressure, throws a lot of punches. He's a volume puncher. I just don't feel he has the skills or the mentality to be in there with me. But again, we'll see September 27th.
Do you feel that your trainer and your training team, Javier Centeno, have got the credit for the work that you've done, but the work guiding you to where you've got to so far?
Man, there's always going to be people saying that, or not giving the credit that they deserve, but I don't mind it. We'll keep proving everybody wrong. We keep proving all the doubters and everybody that said that I couldn't be in this position wrong. We just got to stay quiet, keep our head under, and just keep working. That I feel like that's the whole thing about my team. We don't get too loud. We don't speak about other people. We don't get in anybody else's business. We do our business, take care of business, and that's it.
How much does he talk about Angelo Dundee?
Man, he's always giving me stories. He's always giving me stories, not just about Dundee, but about every other trainer or every fighter that he coached, and everything that he's seen during his boxing career and during his boxing life. So it's always amazing to hear coach and tell me those things, and at the end tell me you got what it takes. You know, you just got to believe it. You just got to continue putting the hard work, and little by little, everything it's gonna it's gonna happen. Like like my team and I always say, we deposit little by little, we're depositing checks, and when the time comes, when the time is right, all those checks are gonna cash out, and I'm gonna be ready to become a world champion.
You're well ranked within 3 of the 4 main governing body, the organizations. Is there any preference for yourself as to which route you go down, which title you target?
Man, whoever gives me the opportunity first.
Hmm.
Whoever gives me the opportunity, WBO, WBC, IBF, WBA, whoever wants to give me that chance, I'm here to prove that I'm one of the best and that I will be the best at 154 pounds.
You had Vito Mielnicki calling you out for a fight. What's the situation there?
Man, we already asked Top Rank for him. I don't want to go too much into details, but they just, they just said that maybe not right now. Maybe they don't feel that he's ready. But again, we'll see. He got a nice victory last time out. He's fighting in my card this time again on September 27th. So hopefully after that, they can probably give him the green light so we could get it going for December.
You sparred before.
Yes, we did spar before.
What happened in the spar?
I'll let you ask him that question.
Fair enough. Let me get your thoughts on some of the major fights that have happened recently. First of all, at the weight, Crawford versus Madrimov. Impressed? What did you think of the fight?
Man, I wasn't to be honest, I wasn't impressed. Because I knew Madrimov had a lot of experience. Just because he had 11 fights doesn't mean he's going to be a walk in the park. And also Crawford going up in weight for the first time, facing a champion like Madrimov. It was a really skill fight. I feel like Crawford got to show why he's one of the best to ever do it, and he adjusted. He did what he needed to do. He had a great corner, obviously, with Bomac and all of them in there, and they did the adjustment. I feel like it was a great fight. It was the right decision at the end of the day, and he got to show again why he's one of the best.
When you watch that Crawford fight, do you think, hang on, maybe Crawford isn't big enough for the decision, and if he finds himself in with me, then he's not going to get the victory?
Well, can you repeat that question? I'm sorry.
I said, when you watch that fight, do you think, like, look, 154 is probably a max, or maybe even just that slight step too far, and if he's in with me, then I'll make him?
At 47s, he was walking guys down at 40, 35s. Not so much at 54. And Madrimov is not the biggest guy at 54. It's different. There's different waters. Again, I'm not saying that he will have trouble with a lot of people, but there's some of us that are big enough that we could bully a little bit more than than other fighters.
What was your take on Ortiz versus Bohachuk?
I feel like, man, a lot of people was sleeping on Bohachuk. A lot of people kept telling me, "Oh, Vergil is gonna knock him out. Vergil is gonna do this. Vergil is gonna do that." And when you go in the ring thinking, "I can knock out everybody," that's what happens. He didn't make the adjustment. I feel like Robert Garcia was giving him the right instructions. Just outbox him, just box him, break him down first, and then you go for the knockout. But Vergil just kind of fell into, I got to hit him back type of game, and that's Bohachuk game. Bohachuk likes that type of fight where I can bang in there with you, where I can stay in the pocket and throw my power shots. He's not very good with the jab or the 1-2s. That's, to be honest, that's all he got from the outside. He doesn't know how to fight with his feet. So I feel like Vergil just made it hard for himself because he didn't make the adjustment at the right time. He waited almost the whole fight to start boxing. But he got the victory. It was a great learning experience, and he got to face a natural 154 pounder.
Sounds like you've got Vergil Ortiz very well scouted.
Man, I do my homework.
A potential future opponent, maybe. Do you have one eye at all potentially on middleweight? Because look, you're a big guy, and middleweight right now is waiting for someone to kind of come in and really kind of take the bull by the horns there.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, 160 is it's a division that we know we're gonna touch at some point in the future. Right now, I just want to conquer 154, then think about anything else. We'll go step by step, starting September 27th, fight number 20th of my career. A great opponent in Damian Sosa. Then we'll see what's next. Hopefully December again, in New York or somewhere here in the East Coast. And we'll go from there. Hopefully by 2025, I should be fighting for a world championship.
Last couple of things, and I'll let you go. First of all, fight with Puerto Rican heritage as well, too. Edgar Blanca has taken on Canelo Alvarez. Do you think he can upset the odds here against Canelo?
Man, this is boxing. This is boxing, and anything can happen. And all he got to do is believe it. All he got to do is believe it, buy into it. We've seen it happen before, where a lot of fighters were, you know, people didn't think they were gonna do that till they did it. So I'm not counting him out. I do feel like it's a hard fight. Obviously, every fight is a hard fight, but when you're fighting Canelo Alvarez, one of the best to ever do it, top 3 pound for pound in the last 10 years at least. You know, it's a bit hard to see any other outcome, but we've seen it happen before with Bivol. A lot of people didn't think Bivol had it in him, and he did what he had to do. So, you know, it's boxing. Anything can happen. Edgar Berlanga is a power puncher. He can land a power shot, and you know, with 10 ounces, those hurt a lot, and those will put you down if you don't see them coming. I do feel like it's a hard fight for Edgar, but again, like I said, it's boxing.
Lastly, I'll leave the final word with you. What happens in your fight with Damian Sosa?
Man, it's gonna be a great fight. I'm ready to go 10 rounds if I need to. He's gonna come to fight, and I feel like I do my best. I do my best work when I'm fighting on my back foot. When I'm countering the guys that are being over aggressive, and we have a great game plan against him. I feel like September 27th is gonna be another spectacular show of boxing skills and just me being smart and super calculated with everything I do, with all the movement, not wasting any energy, and break him down little by little.
Xander, pleasure speaking to you once again. Thank you for speaking to Seconds Out. So wishing you all the best for your date in September.
Nah, brother, thank you very much for the time. Thank you to all the fans out there in the UK, and much love. Hopefully I can be there sometime soon.
We'd love to have you. Appreciate you.